All right, I'm back again with another video. Today, I have a big announcement to make. It will be an exclusive to Marxisms. It has not been made public, but will be in the coming days. Um, and I'll get to that in a minute because it kind of couples in with some of the things we're about to talk about today. Um, Starting with, we're going to rehash the Bajan Malvawala test case for protests being considered conspiracies, um, why they declared Antifa a terrorist group when that group, Antifa, does not even exist. Um, they're also declaring that groups like Indivisible, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, and our local group here, why they're saying that they're covers for terrorist activities when they're not, why they want to use the RICO Act against groups like Indivisible and Act Blue, and as well as the Insurrection Act, and why they're doing the shutdown, why they have a government shutdown, and what that's going to do for candidates. All right, welcome to Marxisms. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you've never been here before, welcome. Please like and subscribe and share, share, share. Please share because this is where you're going to get the facts. You're not going to get it on Fox News. You're going to get it on the Midas Touch. They're my friends at the Midas Touch. They're great. I love them. Share those videos. Dean Withers and some of these other guys, you need to share their videos because those guys, they do something a little bit different, but they are good at shutting down MAGA. Dean Withers is great. The guy's got a mind on him like you wouldn't believe. I don't know, man. He can remember stuff a lot better than I can, I'll tell you. Anyway, so let's get into it. So the Bajan Malvawala case, that's the Spokane Nine, Ben Stuckert and Bajan Malvawala and 7 other people were arrested. They're called the Spokane Nine. The reason they were arrested at a peaceful protest. They were protesting against illegal ICE activities. ICE had illegally detained right out of a courthouse. They detained two aliens or immigrants who were here legally. They were here under legal status. They were doing everything right. They were not illegal aliens. They were legal immigrants who were snatched out of court. They were at court. They were going to do the right thing. They were going through their court proceedings to further their cases. But we're here on a legal status. We're arrested and detained by ICE, and one of them ended up self-deporting because he didn't want to go through all the nonsense, and I'm not sure what happened with the other guy. But what happened was Ben Stuckert put out a Reddit post saying, "Hey, come down here. We're going to protest this ICE facility." So they did that. Bajan Malvawala II, he saw that and he went down there because he's a decent guy who he's nonviolent. He's an Army veteran. He's an Afghan veteran. Saw action in Afghanistan. But when it comes to his country, he goes and peacefully does stuff because that's the right way to do it. But he's a patriot. And people who go out and protest are not terrorists like Trump will have you believe. They are patriots. He has a tradition in his family of nonviolent protest. He is the great grandson of Gandhi's goddaughter, Mahatma Gandhi, peaceful protesting against Britain and their occupation. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll get into that a little bit later. But this all goes together. So what they're doing is the Trump regime, I won't call them an administration because they're a regime. They're an authoritarian regime, and they've declared a non-group Antifa, which is not a group. There's no organized group. They're trying to say there is, and state-sponsored Nazi propaganda media, Fox News is trying to tell you that they are a group, they're an organization, and they have a hierarchy, and people pay dues, and I guess they have a secret headquarters like Chaos and Get Smart, something like that. It's not true though. None of that's true. It's a lie, and there's a reason why they're doing that. They're doing that so that they can arrest anybody they want to under terrorist charges and then just say they're Antifa. I'm Antifa because who isn't Antifa? Antifa means anti-fascist, however you want to pronounce that. Antifa. A lot of right wingers believe that Antifa is just a group, and that it's there's a certain ideology, and it's not. Um, I'm a former Republican, and I am Antifa. I am Antifa. Yes, I am anti-fascist. Antifa comes in a lot of different colors, sizes, and flavors, including vanilla, chocolate. No, socialists, Democrats, Republicans, communists, anarchists, you name it. Anybody who is against fascism is Antifa. Anybody who is for Trump is pro-Tifa or pro-fascist. The T wouldn't be in there, but they are pro-fascist because you're supporting a fascist authoritarian regime. I have people tell me that no, they're not fascist. Well, yeah, if you look at the definition of what fascism is, they fall under every category. Anyway, so that's what they're doing. This is about going after the opposition. They've already talked about that. That's what Project 2025 was about recreating the United States into a fascist, nationalist, Christian nationalist country where you adhere to these particular rules or you are a terrorist. Basically, that's what it is. If you're against Trump, you're a terrorist. You're a conspirator. If you go to a protest, which is constitutionally protected activity under the First Amendment, you were considered a conspirator, a terrorist. If you belong to or donate to a group like Act Blue or Indivisible, you are can be prosecuted in it's not yet, but this is what they want. They want to be able to prosecute you under the RICO Act. So you're a conspirator of criminal activity. So what they're saying is anybody that's against Trump, anyone who is the opposition, like you are in a Democratic Party or in the Democratic country, a Democratic Republic, if you prefer, which is what we are. If you are in opposition to the opposition, then you are a terrorist and a conspirator, and that you are a criminal. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to set this up just like the Nazis did. If you're against Hitler or the Nazi Party, then you are a criminal. That's just simply what they're doing. And if you don't think that's fascist, then you're a fascist. Really simple. So they're going to use the RICO Act and the Insurrection Act. And the Insurrection Act, what it does is it allows them to arrest you for no reason, just because they think you're going against them in a time of conflict or insurrection, which is not. Protesting is not insurrection. It's just normal politics in a democratic society and protected by the Constitution. So they want to make it so that you are a terrorist, a conspirator, and an insurrectionist, and that they can snatch you off the street. They can snatch you from a protest, and they can detain you for as long as they want without due process. And in fact, they could do whatever they want. I mean, that's essentially what this is all about. They Another aspect that they're doing is this government shutdown, which was created by the Trump administration and MAGA. They're doing this. They're blaming, of course, Fox News, the Nazi propagandist, state sponsored media is calling it the Democratic shutdown when it's not. It's the Republican shutdown. It's the MAGA Trump shutdown, and they're doing this on purpose because something I found out recently is, and I didn't think about it originally, is that if they shut down the government, which they have, if you want to run for office, if you want to run against one of these MAGA Republicans, you can't, because you can't get your papers filed. And if you can't get your papers filed, you under campaign finance rules, you can't raise money. So this is a way to keep anybody, if they haven't filed yet, from running. It's to keep people from getting in the race. That's why they're doing this. This couples along with everything they're doing. They're and same with the redistricting of Texas and some of these other states. They're trying to steal the election, which is the last phase of all the fascist things that they've done. That's the last phase. No free elections. This is all part of it. And on that note, I want to make my announcement here. And my announcement is that I just talked about Bajan Mavawala II, who was arrested for peacefully protesting and being charged with conspiracy, Afghan veteran. His father, who is a Bajan R. Mavawala Jr., who is an Afghan veteran. He is retired Army National Guard. He is an Iraq veteran. He is going to announce within the coming days his candidacy for the 5th District, which is Eastern Washington, the 5th District of Congressional District. Bajan is my good friend, is running for Congress, and I am very proud to make this announcement. This is exclusive to Marxism. You will hear it in a couple days elsewhere, but you heard it here first. And if you didn't hear it here first, well, shame on you. You should be watching my channel, and you should be sharing it. So far, he's got an exploratory committee going. He told me about his tour of his district and how his family has been trying to get him to run for a long time, and some of his friends as well. There's nobody that knows him that doesn't think he'd be a great candidate. He's been involved in politics for a long time. He's very intelligent. He's open-minded. Me being a Republican and him being a Democrat, he and I have had numerous debates, but we've been open-minded. I've been able to convince him when I present him with facts. He's been able to convince me as well. So he's not somebody who just is stuck in an ideology. He cares about what's truthful. He cares about people. He's a great guy. Okay, just an all-around great guy, and I am proud to announce his candidacy for the 5th Congressional District. So far, his exploratory committee is Dr. Bernadine Bank, excuse me, Democratic State Committee member in Spokane County, and also she was the 5th Congressional District candidate for the Democratic Party the last time around, one of them. And I have met her. I actually contributed to her campaign. I have read about her, and I actually have met her, had dinner with her at the beautiful Davenport Hotel in Spokane. She is a really awesome person, also very smart, a doctor. So she is at the head of the list here of the committee members, or the exploratory committee members. Next on the list is Bobby Bennett Wolcott, who is also a former Democratic candidate for Congress in the 5th District. He ran against, he or she, I'm not sure, ran against Bernadine in Spokane. Bobby could be boy or girl. It doesn't specify here, unfortunately. And I apologize. They, them? How's that? Anyway, Matthew Weld, or Wield, Welde, not sure how you're pronouncing that, former Democratic candidate for Congress, 5th District, same. They all ran against each other. They're all on Bajan R. Mavawala Jr.'s exploratory committee. Also, Jenna Fleeson of Spokane County, of the Spokane County Democratic Central Committee. Linda Carpenter of Spokane. I'm not sure what Linda's claim to fame is, but she has an awesome last name, same as mine. And I'm sure she'll be wonderful, and a great contribution. If she's on this list, then yeah, definitely. Russell Hanks of Global Strategies. Elise Severe of Dayton, Kristen Hall of Pullman, Luann Hausman, a United States Army veteran and VA nurse, also on the list. Kira Condon of the Young Democrats. Yeah, not to be mistaken with the Young Republicans who have been caught in their racism. Also, I've seen pictures of a lot of these folks, and I think they're keeping their local donut shops in business. I'm 61. I think I'm in better shape than most of those young Nazi Republicans, those little racists, as we just recently found out through their leaked texts. Racist and misogynist. That's the Republican Party for you. I'm telling you. The person that convinced me of that was Bajan to begin with. I did a little on my Facebook page. I had like 5,000 followers, and who were Republicans around the country, and I put out a little statement about racism. And by the end of the day, I had 300 followers. So they basically were racists and outed themselves. It was pretty funny. And I had to tell Bajan, you are absolutely right. The Republican Party is definitely very racist. So anyway, Victor Smith of Spokane County, of the Spokane County Democratic Party. Frank Malone, retired United States Air Force and Spokane County Party, Democratic Party. Was a Central Committee member, so I'm assuming. Alicia Levinchenko of the Eastern Washington University Democrats and Ukrainian Community Outreach. Dan Lambert, doesn't say anything about him, but Dan, good job. You're on a good team. Anna Chavez, a Spanish language outreach coordinator in the area there. So far, that is who his exploratory committee is. These are, I don't know who everyone is here, but most of the people on the list are definitely members that are held in high esteem in the community. And they are supporting my friend Bajan, who I am proud to announce for the 5th Congressional District of, of Washington, running for Congress. And you heard it here first. So please get out here and share this. Anyway, peace.